I know this is the outfit I wore in my last video. I have a washer and dryer, okay? But today is my 23rd birthday. I thought that I would make a chit chat get ready with me-ish video because a vlog just, I don't need the stress of a vlog today, okay? But I will do a chit chat get ready and show you guys my little outfit of the day. So I've got my makeup bag ready and we're about to do a light little cute beat glam, whatever the girlies call it. And then I got a cute little day dress and I'm about to go get a tattoo. I'm gonna get the Gemini twins on my finger and I'm gonna take my little cousin, and I just remember she turned 18 2 months ago, so I told her she has a big thing about needles and stuff like that. She's had a big fear growing up, and I told her I would pay for her to get a tattoo with me today, and that would be the best birthday gift, to give me an experience of getting a tattoo with her. And she's agreeing right now, so we're gonna go. I whipped out the tripod. Excuse, you guys can see yourself in my dirty mirror. I don't know why I never used my tripod, like, that's the whole point of it. This angle is a little odd. This angle's a little odd, but she doesn't. I'm in the view. So let's bump some music. And I was thinking about telling you guys 23 things I've learned in my 23 years. In no particular order, you know, just a little chit chat. So I don't know if we're going to get to 23, but I'm going to try to make that the prefaces of our little chit chat. Get ready with me. Doing my makeup shouldn't take too long because we're just going for a hey. But yeah, I hope that music isn't too loud. Hopefully my voice kind of drowns it out, but not too much. You guys know I'm not gonna do too much makeup. I've got these Ardell lashes that I wore for my shoot, which I will include some photos. I can't hear myself over me because I'll stop talking just to hear her. But yeah, I picked up some more of these Ardell natural lashes. Okay, so the number one, no particular order. The first thing I've learned in life is actually something that's been reiterated to me. My uncle wrote on my graduation card to let life come to me. And I really think I'm going to remind myself that every single day, to just allow life to come to me, because I feel like everybody has an idea of how their life is going to pan out, timelines. You know, you plan your life, everybody does. We were taught to, and I think it's just natural to want certain things a certain way at a certain time period. And I don't think that's abnormal, but when you come of age and like start living your life, you realize that life just doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. Like, you cannot plan these things. You can't. It's just never going to work out in your favor. And it's better that you just appreciate life for where you're at and just allow things to come organically and naturally to you. So I think that's more of a recent thing I've learned, is just to let life come for me. And come to me than to chase it, because usually you ruin a lot of things, you kind of miss out on a lot of things, which is the irony. While you're chasing something, you're missing out on what's supposed to be for you, for something that's going to be for you probably even in that time, just a different way. My number two thing, which kind of goes with that, is letting go of expectations. But let me explain, because I hate when people say that, because I feel like, why would I not have expectations? Like, what's the point of living, having goals and aspirations if like you don't expect anything, especially expect good things? Because a lot of people say if you expect the worst, you'll be surprised when you get the best, and like either that or you just don't feel anything. But I feel like that's not the way I want to live. But when you let go of your perfect idealized expectations and have more realistic expectations, I feel like it minimizes those harsh feelings, you know, because disappointment, I mean, I feel like we get disappointed a lot, you know. When I go to McDonald's and they forget to give me a straw, I'm a little disappointed. So it's it feels more like that than that disappointment where you're kind of blaming yourself, which is something you don't want to do, honey. We don't want to blame ourselves for anything. So I think maybe not let go of expectations, but let up and have more realistic expectations, because it really just keeps you a little more optimistic and minimizes that disappointment that sometimes turns into something else and turns into something ugly. Number three would be to the next thing that's coming to my mind is like let go and let God. You know, some people may not take kindly to that, but I definitely feel like there are some things that are just simply out of our control, and sometimes out of other people that we expect to kind of fix or contribute to our problems to solve. Like sometimes time needs to happen, blessings need to arise, and like there's nothing you or that person can do but let go and let God, and just let the universe and let things happen as they're supposed to. So, you know, I guess leading into that would be to understand that you can't control everything. Most things in life you can't control. The only thing that you can control is what you do, what you say, what you think, and how you react to things. And that is all that you can be concerned with, and all that. I find myself wanting to control things because, you know, backtracking to my first 2 points, I want certain things to be happening in a certain time frame, certain people. And sometimes it's as simple as these aren't the people it's supposed to happen with. Or it's as simple as this just isn't the time. You need X, Y, and Z resources in order to grow or build something. And you just have to just not go with the flow, but do what's in your control and try your best not to stress. Because I feel like it's not realistic to not stress about, you know, other people, other things, especially people who do, like they have the control and they don't do anything. It's so frustrating, but that's a part of you not being able to control something. You can't control other people, how they feel, how they think, what they do. You can't control that. So you kind of just have to let it go and just say, you know, how am I going to go about it? Like yesterday, was it yesterday, the day before that? Okay, so lately on my For You page, there's been nothing but like Little Mermaid content, right? And this is going to be a little spoiler. Skip a little bit ahead, just like this if you don't want to hear this. But Ariel fights Ursula in this new live action. And like, I lived for that scene. I loved to see her grab onto her and snatch that necklace from her. Like, she did it herself. The animals did not have to chime in to do that part. And I felt like that was so much more realistic. I love that for live action. And it gave an element of surprise. So I was living for it. So someone made like a funny video about it, and I left the comment of LOL, that was my favorite part of the movie, you know, yes Ariel, fight for your man. This girl got so, she had to have been a feminist, because I just hate feminists. They're just so damn annoying. Like, it was a joke, right? We're laughing, and like, but if you want to get technical, so she had said, you know, I think she was more concerned with getting her voice back, LOL. Maybe if you watch the movie. What about my comment warranted all that attitude and like to attack me like that? Okay, yes, she was fighting for her voice. If you want to get technical, like if we're going to sit here and argue about the plot of the movie, the original and the live, Ariel was a little more concerned with being a human and Eric than she was about having her voice. She willingly gave her voice away. So when she fought for her voice, it was because her man, the whole point of being there and the means of staying a human and keeping her legs, she had to be with this man, and you're taking the man away from her. So yes, in a nutshell, she's fighting for her man, she's fighting for her humanism, and she's fighting for her voice. Just because I pointed one out of the three doesn't mean I negated the other two. Like, I did kind of go back and forth with her, but then I got to a point where like she just wants to argue. Like, you're arguing with me about a movie that I was making a joke about. Like, sis, I don't know what she was going through that, you know, the other day. but I blocked her. I couldn't control how she thought. I can't help that she's stupid. I can't help that she's miserable and couldn't just laugh at the joke or just ignore it. So I blocked her. I deleted my comments. And I let the 75 plus other people who enjoyed my comment enjoy my comment, because she was just killing the whole vibe. And I was just like, wow, imagine being that miserable. Can't control other people though. I've already lost count, but I want to say this is number 4. That life waits on nobody. Life waits on nobody. Things are going to happen in our life that we are not prepared for, that we do not want to happen in our life, but life goes on. That is probably one of the most difficult things to like digest when it comes to goals or just relationships, especially, at least for me. Like, life goes on without people, life goes on without certain jobs that you may want. Like, life goes on. 9 times out of 10, you'll find something that's more aligned with you anyway. You know, like when I was a nursing major, that it was really not the happiest thing for me to leave, even though I knew I didn't want it. But it worked out, and it's going to continue to work out for me. I believe that. And everything works out. Everything works out for you. It's maybe not the way you envisioned it, but things do work out, and sometimes they just take more time. And everything comes to a resolve at one point or another. The next one that's kind of, they all kind of go together. As you age, you're always going to be finding new things out about yourself. So you should have that mentality of like enjoying that. And I feel like so many people, they're like, oh, the new me. And they hate their previous self. And it's like, I don't hate any version of myself. I love my 12-year-old self, my 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old self. I love them all because they all had their strengths and weaknesses. And I have grown. I'm still the same little girl I was at 12. I'm just older. I have more experiences in life. I have more opinions. I have more feelings. I feel like I could celebrate myself today without putting down who I've been over the years, because that's kind of like, you know, not giving prompts to all the work that I did back then that put me in the position to be who I am today. So I just celebrate everything about you and know that even the person you are today, you are destined to be growing tomorrow. Not even be different or be someone new, but you're just going to keep on growing and learn to love that and appreciate that about yourself, because it's the greatest honor to be able to grow, to learn yourself. It really is. So I'm so obsessed with myself. Sometimes I say maybe it's just my upbringing that I was spoke to so kindly as a child. Or maybe it's because I'm a Gemini, but I think it's those things along with I give myself a lot of grace, which would be I've lost count of the numbers, you guys keep count. Have grace with yourself. Okay, life is not easy. Life is crazy, it's chaotic, it's changing all the time. And there's so many elements of life that you just have no control over, that just enjoy your life, okay? Find a way to enjoy your life, honey, because you only have one. Next thing that I've learned is, I don't know, I think I'm still learning this one, but I still want to bring it up because it's something I'm going through for like the 4th time in my life. That I guess it goes along with you can't control people, but that you've got to learn to be not only graceful with yourself, but graceful with the people around you. And understand where you can still love people, have compassion for people. They can do you a way that you don't agree, and you can choose to still love them without allowing them to abuse you. If I'm being a little transparent, I've had 2 friends at this point who I've been very close with. I mean, FaceTime every single day, you know, and they're guy friends, and these friends were very platonic at that too. Like, we'll play video games together, hang out, talk about, you know, our life, our problems, vent, give advice, all that type of stuff. Very genuine friendships too, like nothing that had to be forced or anything. One of my friends, we've been friends since we were like 9 years old. We have the greatest chemistry that I have with any person living on earth. Like, seriously, the best natural chemistry ever. And they both, at different times, got into relationships that are significantly different than their past. The first one, he had, I don't even know how many girlfriends while we were friends. He literally went through so many girls. Nothing ever changed about our friendship. It was very normal. Talking as normal. Playing games as normal. Everything as normal. Then he started dating this other girl that changed that. He started to be very mean and rude to me and really talk down and say out of pocket stuff. Like, I mean, out of nowhere. And being me, I'm not accepting that. Like, I get having respect for your partner. If your partner doesn't like you being friends with a female, I get that. But you do not have to disrespect me to prove your respect for her. You could have simply said, hey, you know, I want to put up some boundaries. You know, so-and-so doesn't feel comfortable with our friendship. But that's my thing, is why be with a person who wants to tell you how to be friends or how your relationships with other people can pan out, friends and family. Because I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only friend who got cut off. So why would you even want to be with a person who requires that from you? Who wants to strip something like a support system away? Like, what happens in the event that y'all break up, that they do you wrong? You just threw me out, disrespected me for nothing? That's crazy. But we haven't been friends since 2020. I haven't heard from him in 3 years. And I've heard through the grapevine that he's engaged to that girl, so congrats to him if he ever sees this. Would have been nice to still be friends and congratulate you myself on the phone, but it is what it is. Then my second friend, which is the one that I have been friends with since I was 9, this is his third time doing this to me. Like, now, we had a little puppy love when we were younger in middle school. That's followed us to adulthood, you know. But also, well, no, that was in 2021. 2021. Friends as normal, you know what I mean? Then I want to say in like May or June, he started acting a little odd. It was in June because it was after my birthday. Like, that was the friend that we would talk every single day. He stopped talking to me every day. You know, 1 day is okay. 2 days is concerning. 3 days is what's going on. You know what I mean? And that's just our relationship. I don't want to hear about your friendships, you know. That may be custom for your friendship, but it wasn't custom for ours. It's very odd to go a whole 3 days without talking. So when I asked him, you know, like, what's going on? Like, are you okay? Are you going through something? Do you need my help? Whatever. He didn't really respond. It was very, I mean, at least he was responding at the time, but it was very dry. It was very much, don't want to be talking to me, rushing me off the phone and all that. Talking in circles about things that he otherwise, like, he's very opinionated, doesn't shut up. But at that point, he stopped talking. Very odd, you know what I mean? And it turned out, after a while, he just stopped talking altogether, ignoring me. And I was really melancholy about that because that sucks. I didn't know what was going on or anything. He was having a baby with his ex-girlfriend. Shaking my head. Crazy. So I never reached out. I just knew about it. I was just like, wow. What a circumstance. What a circumstance. Like, you know, I just went on with my life as normal. Here's the eyes. We're going to do pink because today's pink day. I just went on as normal, really, with my life. And then he hit me up last year, August of 2022. And he just sounded like, he told me he missed me, missed talking to me and whatever. That, you know, they'd gone through a lot. Don't really want to put all his business out there, but if you're catching what I'm throwing down, he was not in a good place due to that relationship. Which is very rare for guys, and definitely very rare for them to open up about. So, where I think it would have been custom for me to like curse him out and be angry, I couldn't bring myself to be angry or upset because I just sympathized a lot. Like, you know, it wasn't his choice fully to cut me off. I was still unhappy with his choice, you know, but it is what it is. So we talked again for like 2 weeks. Then he went back to her. Okay. I was disappointed again because I was like, wow, like that's gonna be what I have to deal with. Like from here on out, he's gonna always go back and forth with her and have that type of friendship. Like, I don't really want to have that type of friendship with going back and forth with somebody constantly. But he came back around again this year of January, and we've been cool up until like recently. And I noticed like a few months ago that the only reason we were talking is because he got me a job where he works and that we work together. He's back together with her, to say the least, and we're not friends anymore. So I say that all to say that, you know, I love my friend. I wish things weren't what they were, but they are. And there's only so many times I'm gonna let that happen. Even though I want to be there for my friend, I can't be there for you when you abuse me being there for you. You know what I mean? That's not cool for me. It's not fun for me. It actually really sucks for me, actually. So, I don't know. I've learned that. Still learning. I'll update you guys that when I learn the real juice. You know what? I kind of feel like this should be like a minimal edit video and stop it at 23 minutes, which is in less than a minute. But I'm gonna at least show you guys my finished makeup look. Okay? Because my camera's about to die. I don't know how many what I've learned that we got through, but hope you enjoyed that. That was a good ranty rant. I'll show you guys my finished look. So I forgot to show you guys my all day look. But I have an opportunity to show you my dinner/night look. That is the look. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.